I think everybody just loves instant satisfaction in our world. Like, no one came in here and said we were going to be WNBA champions from day one in our locker room. Like, that was never our goal. Our goal is to get back to the playoffs, and we're fighting for that every single night. Like, this is the first time we've won 4 home games in a row since 2015. Like, you have to have perspective on things, and that goes for life too. Like, have perspective on life, and there just needs to be solid perspective on what this team can accomplish. And I think everybody in our locker room had that, and nobody ever hung their heads. We had the hardest schedule to start. We didn't get to practice much. We're playing with the most inexperienced team in the WNBA. So, I mean, I think it's just this group is, starting to click and build some chemistry, and it's one day at a time. But like I said, everybody loves instant satisfaction. But sure, we would have probably loved that too. But I think we all kept a good perspective on knowing.
All right, so there you hear it straight from Caitlin Clark, everyone. I've been trying to say, be patient. I've been trying to say, once they get it going, they will be okay. I've been trying to say, it's going to take a little time. Been trying to say, I believe they can be a playoff team. Maybe not WNBA champions right now. I mean, these are all things that are common sense things to say. But it hasn't seemed to be that everyone's dealing with common sense. I mean, did you really think that they were just going to come out and be 40-0 and Caitlin would lead the league in scoring and lead the league in three-point percentage and lead the league in assists and just come in and destroy everything and just because Caitlin's on the team now? I mean, Caitlin is a rookie. Aaliyah is a second-year player, but Aaliyah was last year's Rookie of the Year. She's a great basketball player. Caitlin Clark is a great basketball player. So over time, they will gel. It will start to make sense. Their pick and roll will be absolutely amazing. They will be able to feed off of each other. Aaliyah is now shooting a 3 here and there. Once she steps out sometimes, Caitlin will have more of a driving lane. But other than that, it is going to be the outside, inside, or inside, outside game, where if you feed Aaliyah and she gets going, the defense is going to sag. It is going to leave their shooters open. When their shooters are making shots, they are a dangerous basketball team. They've shot over 50% the last 3 games. They are starting to click. Like you heard her say, they had the hardest start to a season maybe in history. I'm not trying to be all silly with it, but I'm saying, think about it. You played New York 3 times within your first 10 games. You played Connecticut 3 times, I believe, within your first 10 games. It was pretty close to it. I mean, come on, really? You play them 4 times in the season, and you played both of them 3 times within the first 10 games of the season. That makes no sense. That's just bad scheduling, and it almost seemed like it was intentional. But the bottom line is, they didn't survive that so well because they only went maybe 1-10. But reality is, they survived it. I mean, no matter how you look at it, they survived it. So that part of the schedule is over with. And if they can continue beating the teams that they should beat, that's the key. Beating the teams that they should beat. If they continue doing that, the top 3 teams in basketball, well, I'll say 4, because Minnesota is playing really well this year. But you've got Connecticut, New York, and Las Vegas. Las Vegas is off to a very slow start, but you have got to assume they're going to get better. Then if you even include Minnesota, like I stated, my goal for them in a perfect scenario would be that they can move up to the 5 seed. Right now, they're literally only 2 games out of the 5 seed. After the first 4 teams, it becomes a little muddied, meaning that it's really within 2-3 games from 5 to maybe 9. So it's going to be interesting. If they win the games they're supposed to win, they will stay consistent in that 7-8 spot. If they lose some of those games, they could dip back down to 9 or 10. But if they're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and then at least split with the teams that are right there with them, meaning Chicago, Atlanta, the Los Angeles Sparks, just right off in that area. Because right now, the Dallas Wings are like 3-9, 3-10. I didn't expect them to be that bad right now. So if they bump back up, it's gonna be a task for them to get that 7-8 spot. But in a great situation, they'll jump all the way up to 5th. Now if they do that and can even just win a playoff game or two, maybe not even a series, but just win a playoff game or so, I mean, that is more than successful of a season. So yeah, but like I said, you heard it straight from Caitlin. So everyone who comes in these videos and talks about all the things that are wrong with the world, Caitlin is telling you, just like she said in life, relax. I've been trying to tell y'all that. Relax. Let things flow. Allow these young ladies to enjoy the wins, but at the same time, not be destroyed by the losses. They're going to lose some more games, people. They're going to lose some more games. I would love it if they could if they just finish the season off going 4-2 every 6 games. They'll end up with right at 21 wins. 20 to 21 wins. That puts them right at about 500. So they're not going to be great, but it would be really impressive for them to be about a middle-of-the-pack team, 500 ball, 5th to 7th seed after all of the years that they've had of futility. They are trying to turn a corner, and I think they'll be just fine. But I'm going to sign off because I don't want to have too long of a video. I just want you guys to hear from Caitlin's own mouth. They did not come into this season expecting to be WNBA champions in their locker room. Their goal was to get back to the playoffs because they have not been in almost a decade. And they are on pace to do that. So that will be a successful season for them. Please, everyone, relax. Social media can be a beast to some of these young ladies, and it's not even necessary. So relax and enjoy the ride. Do me the favor of liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing, because someone else out there that you know would enjoy the commentary that I bring. The last thing I'll say is this is GD Sports Network, and I'm signing out, and I'll be back later.